Hey kids, it's Englentine here. It is a Wednesday, and that means it's time for Marvel to say or do something stupid again. In this case, we have Axel Alonzo once again getting up. You know him. He's the guy that says that comics used to be for white people, yet he himself was inspired to go into the comics field. I don't know how that works, but hey, racism. I'd also like to thank Doug Ernst for showing me this article. I don't know if you're subscribed to him or not, but you should be. He was criminally left out of my little video about the skeptic community, along with Nightwolf Plays, and I'm sure a few others. So this interview originally was in Variety's Comic Book Sales Fly on the Capes of Hit Movies and TV Shows articles, but of course, being comic book geeks and such, got this from Bleeding Cool. However, I'll try to make my old man brain remember to leave both links in the description below. So, Axel Alonzo cites bad publicity for Marvel Comics as evidence that comics are reaching out. And the article says, the traditionally received wisdom is that comic books and TV shows do not. It says to not, but I'm sure it means do not affect comic book sales, with few notable exceptions. The first, Tim Burton's Batman movie, and hell yeah, that did. I remember I bought a lot of Batman stuff even. I fell into that. Scott Pilgrim, Watchmen, but generally it has been believed that the general superhero films and TV shows don't. What was that phrase? Move the needle? So, the Guardians of the Galaxy and Doctor Strange comics didn't exactly set the world on fire. The Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. and Ant-Man comics are canceled. Flash's current success is seen as more to do with the focus of DC Rebirth. There hasn't exactly been a rush on Lucifer comics. He's right about this. The movies really don't affect the comic books the way it used to be. I mean, especially with Batman. The whole fact about Batman, though, I mean, that was a revolution. That was a completely different thing. We were tainted. Well, tainted is a wrong word because I actually like it. I like the 1960s TV show. But yeah, Batman's reputation had been tainted with the general public because of that TV show, because it was so campy. And we were finally getting a dark and gritty Batman the way he was, quote, supposed to be, unquote. Marvel EIC Axel Alonzo. Who's that? Oh, Alexis is cited as saying we don't march in lockstep with the studios, but whenever a movie comes out, it has a halo effect on us. Interest in that character will spike for 2 or 3 months, and we always try to take advantage of that and have something available for the reader that approximates the flavor. With Peter Parker, the Spectacular Spider-Man, it gives us an example of something closer in tone to Homecoming. Really, Alexis? Then tell us what they're going to think when they come into the comic shops after they see the other movies. It may be worth noting that most of the time, Marvel Comics games and TV divisions don't know what's even going on with Marvel Studios aside from what they get to see in the trailers. DC Comics divisions are more coordinated thanks to the involvement of Jeff Johns, and co-publisher Dan Didio says, the closer the source material is to whatever the adaptation is, the better the source material sells. With Jerry Gladstone of Midtown Comics stating that Wonder Woman drove new people into the stores, including lapsed readers and a lot of women. It's shocking to think that when people see something on the big screen and they say, hey, I'm interested in reading that, and they go into the shop and they see what they saw on the big screen on the shelf, that they might want to pick it up. Unlike, say, you go see Iron Man, see Robert Downey Jr. there, and find out that, well, Tony Stark's just a hologram in his own book, and there's a black teenager in it. It's nothing wrong with that, but that's not what you came into the shop for. As for comics not reflecting how the character looks on screen, a particular issue for Marvel right now, given that the different divisions are in active war with each other, the new Captain America issue is highlighted given the wide negative response to the news that Steve Rogers was revealed as a Hydra sleeper agent, leading into this year's Secret Empire crossover event, including death threats aimed at the writer Nick Spencer. I don't think death threats are necessary, but holy Toledo, is it bad. However, Variety states that Marvel EIC Alexis Alonzo notes that even that PR setback meant that comics, long thought to be fading into irrelevance, have gone wide. Long term, he says, that's a good thing, isn't it? Well, up to a point, Axel. Depends if anyone actually acts on those death threats or not. And as far as long-term, no. If all you have is long-term negativity towards your characters, that's not a good thing, Axel. Do you mind if I call you Axel? Here's the thing. I understand where he's coming from. Francois Truffaut once had a comment about this also. And basically, it's there is no such thing as bad press. I mean, that's what it all boils down to. We're talking about Marvel. So all eyes are on Marvel right now, whether we like it or not. We talk about Marvel a lot. Just look at the skeptic community. And granted, that's where the clicks go. That means you guys are watching Marvel as well. We are not having fun with them as much as we would like to. But holy crap, we're looking at them. It's a train wreck. I mean, it really is. It's just something that we wish we could turn away from, but there it is. And I don't know if we're getting joy from watching them fall. I'm sure some are. I know at least one guy is. Hey, Ed. I want them to turn around. I really do. But I am curious to see how far they're going to fall before they realize that it's not gimmicks. It's not changing a character from male to female, white to black, that's going to do it. It's not the gimmicks. It's the stories. And don't tell me that changing Thor into a woman is empowering to women, because all that says is that Marvel believes that women can't do it by themselves. All that says is Marvel believes that women have to ride the coattails of men in order to succeed. What Alexis needs to do is learn the lesson that Stan Lee learned 50 freaking years ago. Create strong, original characters. We don't care what color, creed, or sexual orientation they are. Just make them, write them well. Come on, that's what's going to bring back the readers. So no, long-term negative talk about your characters is not good. Short-term gets people talking. Long-term gets people leaving. But that's just my 2 cents. What do you guys think of this whole thing? Am I right? Am I wrong? Where did I screw up if I did? Let me know in the comments below. Also, if you like this video, you want to see more, click like, share, subscribe, and don't forget to hit that notification bell to see more. And thank you very, very much for watching. Alright, kids, this is the time that I hawk the Patreon page. And yeah, we do have a Patreon page, so go on over. The link's in the description below. Drop $1 in the till. We've got videos there that you can't see here, so it's not like you're wasting the $1. You know, it's better than the candy bar. Definitely is better for you. Also, if you don't want to make a monthly commitment or anything like that, there's VidMe. We got a tip jar right there, too. So it's easy peasy. Either way, once again, thank you very much for watching.
Cross the rainbow.